I now call the Iberia Parish Council meeting to order for August 24th, 2022. The current time now is 6 o'clock. The prayer will be led by Councilman Landry and the pledge by Mr. Phillips. Councilman Landry? Paul Landry?
Lord's Prayer. Our Father,
Mr. Phillips, please lead us in the pledge.
When I was a kid, we used to say, right hand on left breast, flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Mr. Phillips.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Landry. Members, before we get started, I have the pleasure of announcing to you our first-time clerk, official clerk of the council tonight is Ms. Janice. If you can give her just a round of applause. I promised I wouldn't embarrass her, so welcome, Ms. Janice. Madam Clerk, please initiate the roll call.
Tommy Pollard, Michael Landry, Marcus Broussard, Lloyd Brown, Warren Gotchison,
Here.
Natalie Broussard, Paul Landry, James Trunha, Scott Ronsonet, Eugene Olivier, Brian Napier, Lady Fontenette Brown, Scott Saunier, and Chad Marcharan.
We have 11 members and a quorum. Moving on to public comments, I'll need a motion to go into public comments. I have a motion by Councilman Landry, second by Councilman Brown. Roll call, members. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, hearing no opposition, the ayes have it, and the motion carries unanimously. Number one, Madam Clerk.
Comments from the general public on non-agenda items.
We actually did receive one, which is a board appointment or someone who is applying for a board, Miss Emily Bro. Miss Bro, if you can step to the mic and state your name and address for the record, please. Welcome.
Thank you. Emily Bro, 4402 Faith Drive, New Iberia, 70560.
What board are you applying for?
The hospital
I
board.
apologize, Ms. Broussard. Thank you.
I'm applying for the hospital board.
If you want to give us a short biography.
Oh, sure. Okay. I'm a CPA. I live and work in Iberia Parish. I have some experience, financial background, but also in hospital accounting as well. And so when I became aware of the vacancy, I thought that maybe I'd be a good fit for it. So I appreciate your consideration. Glad that we have the hospital here for us instead of having to get in the car and go to Lafayette. So I'd like to do my part and volunteer and what I can do to help and keep it going.
Good. At this time, members, is there any questions for Ms. Bro? Hearing none, Ms. Bro, thank you for putting yourself up and wanting
Thank
to serve
you.
the community.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
At this time, anyone in the audience who is here to apply for a board and commission? Hearing none. Number two, Madam Clerk.
Comments from the general public on agenda items.
We did not receive any. I need a motion to go back into regular session. Have a motion by Councilwoman Broussard and a second by Councilman Brown. Roll call, members. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, hear no opposition. The ayes have it, and the motion carries unanimously. Moving on to reports from finance and administrative actions. Number one, Madam Clerk.
Bid tabulation for Jefferson Canal Water Control Structure opened on August 12, 2022, mailed to the council.
Moving on to reports from parish or other governmental agencies. There is none. Public Works reports. Number one, Madam Clerk.
Public Works Department report for closed work orders dated July 27th through August 9th, 2022, emailed to the council.
Moving on to special business. There is none. Council member announcements. Members, at this time, anyone on council member announcements? Councilman Olivier is recognized.
I don't know if everyone was watching maybe TV today. President Biden did talk about the student loan forgiveness program. I think that program is going to end at the end of this month. So if you know anybody that have student loans that maybe can take advantage of this program, you might want to get in touch with them. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilman Olivier yields back. Councilwoman Broussard is recognized.
I'm sure everybody's aware, but I just want to recognize Dean Watney, who's retiring at the end of this month. I know he's not here tonight, but he is retiring from the district attorney's office at the end of this month, and he has served as counsel for, as legal counsel for this council and many of our boards and commissions, and just want to recognize him and thank him for the service that he's given to us and Iberia Parish.
Councilwoman Broussard yields back. Anyone else, members? Hearing none. I do want to announce that Commissioner Mike Francis will have a meeting or a rally at 5:30 on September 19th at the Slyman Theater. So if you have questions about those utility bills, this is the time to talk to those lawmakers in their face. He'll be here. Hearing no other announcements, 5:30. Moving on to parish president announcements, Mr. Richard.
Okay, the Finance Department has been working with Community First Bank to transfer all parish funds. The transition has been very smooth with only a few items remaining to be completed. Additionally, the Finance Department is currently preparing and reviewing year-end projects or projections for fiscal year 2023. Budget requests. Departments have turned in their budget forms so far, and we're working and trying to get everything squared away to start presenting the budget in September and the budget hearings in October. Litter abatement report, August the 20th. We had 98 bags of trash that was picked up, tires and everything else that goes along with it when people throwing stuff all around the parish. This was picked up along El Terrio Road, Jasper Road, and Hazard Road. For information only, we have a link I'm going to give you for anyone that's interested in federal COVID testing kits. Just go to www.covid.gov/tests. That's www.covid.gov/TESTS. For the rain that's projected to come around in the next several days, we'll have sandbags in all of the regular locations in Iberia Parish that we normally have. That's BOM Fire Station, Grand Mary Fire Station, Coteau Fire Station, Ronella Fire Station, Delcom City Barn, Lauraville Park, Lydia Fire Station, and Generette behind the fire station. And you're gonna have your sand and your sandbags. You just have to bring a shovel and be able to put your sand in the bags. Bids were publicly open on Friday, August the 12th, for the Jefferson Canal North Water Control Structure. That project was awarded yesterday to Southern Construction or Southern Constructors in the amount of $564,000, which was below the projected project budget. Work should begin in the next few weeks and should be completed in 225 days or less. There's a penalty involved if it goes above 225 days. A pre-construction meeting was held on August the 11th with the contractor Cody Construction of Louisiana for the Waterworks District Number 3 water line relocation on LA 28 realignment project. A notice to proceed was issued and the contractor mobilized and started their work on Monday, August the 15th. That project should be completed by February of 2023. We've recently advertised a request for qualification statements for engineering service for the second round of the water sector grant for Waterworks Number 3. Responses were due on Wednesday, August the 17th. All responses were evaluated on Thursday, August the 18th. A notice of award was issued on August the 19th, and the contract was executed on Monday, the 22nd. The successful firm was a company by the name of Magbay Engineering. They will proceed with the right-of-ways. They will proceed right away and get the get the grant application done for August the 31st. And that is it right now.
Members, at this time, is there any questions for the parish president?
Thank you.
Hearing none, moving
Whoa,
on.
whoa.
Oh,
I
I'm
had my
surprised,
hand
Mr.
up.
Napier, I apologize.
I'm trying
Councilmember
not to
Napier on the
talk
question?
Y'all say I talk.
Yeah, that half deal.
Y'all
Councilman
say I
Napier on
talk
the question?
Too much. I wanted to do it the proper way. Now you made me forget what I want to.
No, man.
That'd be a good thing.
No, Mr. Richard, so I've been asking probably for 3 or 4 meetings now, and I was told last meeting by Mr. Weaver that it would be on the agenda, my blighted property on Louise Street in Generette.
He told you it was going to go ahead.
I thought I was gonna see it on the
I
agenda.
don't think so. Go ahead. Apparently legal want to talk to you about
Yeah,
that.
I can tell you where that stands. We are ready to proceed with those blighted properties. However, we're gonna have to do an update of our ordinance. our ordinance is way out of date. And we're kind of working with the city in some ways. They have some of the same issues of notice issues. And so we're going to probably have that for introduced, Brian, probably at your next meeting.
So Andy, I really don't understand. You know, we've been talking about this for a while now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it never came up that we're gonna get this far, and now we gotta go back.
Can I visit with you after the meeting?
Sure, sure.
Yeah,
No,
I think I can.
I'm frustrated with it because in the beginning, when we first started, the timeline that was given to me, but we'll talk.
Yeah,
It's
I think
frustrating.
I can answer it pretty easy for you.
It's frustrating
some
that
legal-
we
you have some
still,
legal
because I'm
concerns.
telling, when y'all tell me something, I'm telling the neighborhood something. And then they come back and say, okay, well, and so I'm telling them.
Yeah.
And then now we keep backing up and backing up. It looks
Looks bad. I
bad
can
on
tell
me,
you-
and I'm gonna put it on you.
Put it on me, because I can tell you right now, they have some legal concerns that they're trying to address. And that's why he's not trying to address it with you in this public meeting.
No, and surely I understand that,
No,
Andy.
but
I do. You know, it's just, I wish it had came
And
up
if you, and
earlier.
if you remember, we've been talking about this particular project for almost 4 years.
Oh,
So this
a
is
long
not
time.
something that
No,
materialized
and
when we
we've
started
had a lot
talking.
of change in that
Exactly.
department. A
But
lot
this
of
is not
department
something
head
that we
change.
started talking about 3 months ago when you
No,
brought that up.
and that's
So
my
this is a 4-year
frustration,
project.
because we have been looking at
Right.
this, we've been talking about this,
Yeah.
and now we got a legal issue which didn't come up early. But we're
Yeah,
we're
I
good.
think,
I mean, not that I'm good, but I'm good.
I think you need to talk to him.
I
Because
will.
you know those, you know the people probably better than
I will.
most in that
Thank
area.
you. Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I'm good. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you,
Councilman
Andy.
Napier yields back. Anyone else? Hearing none. Moving on to consent agenda items for public hearing and adoption. Madam Clerk, minutes.
Summary number 136, introduced by legal counsel. A resolution authorizing the parish president to execute a proposed purchase agreement from the Congregation of St. Peter Catholic Church for surplus property of Iberia Parish Government located at Iberia, Washington, and St. Peter Streets, Block 230 of the City of New Iberia, less and accept the property to be sold to BNSF Railroad, resolution number 2022-63, in accordance with LA revised statute.
Summary number 137, introduced by the parish president.
A resolution amending the 2022 drug court fund budget in the amount of $242,150 to recognize partial fiscal year 2022-2023 grant funding and appropriate for operational expenditures per grant award for the remainder of the fiscal year.
Summary number 138, introduced by the parish president.
A resolution amending 2022 general fund and sewer district number 1 fund budgets in the amount of $1,365,628 and $5,830,447 respectively to recognize federal ARPA lost revenues, sewer $1,365,628 to match water sector program funds approved by the state of Louisiana, $4,057,092 and local contributions from the city of New Iberia, $407,727, and sewer district funds $74,000 for various sewer projects, which projects were supported through the adoption of resolution number 2021-177.
Do I have a motion? I have a motion by Councilman Landry, Paul Landry, a second by Councilman Napier. Councilman Landry. Councilman Napier. Members, at this time, this is main motion discussion. Hearing none. Is there anyone that would like to remove an item? I have a request by Councilman Saunier.
I just have some questions about summary number 138,
Did you want to remove that one?
if we can.
Summary 138 is requested by Councilman Saunier. What was the one you wanted? Okay. Is there anyone else at this time that want to remove a resolution? Hearing none, I'll ask a motion. We have a motion and a second. This is to accept 136, 137. Is there any discussion? And the minutes, I apologize, and the minutes. Hearing no discussion, roll call, members. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Those opposed, hearing no opposition, the ayes have it, and the motion carries unanimously. Summary number 138, do I have a motion? A motion by Councilman Paul Landry,
Second.
second by Councilman Saunier. Councilman Landry on discussion. Councilman Saunier on discussion.
I was just, I think when I was reading through it, it indicates, where's the match coming from? I guess that's the question I have.
The, which match? The city's match?
No, let me see if I can find it. The ordinance itself.
So,
It's kind of open-ended, I guess. And maybe I'm reading it wrong.
no, go ahead.
Let me see if I can find
And we do have, is Ms. Segura here, isn't she?
it. Yeah, if Kim can explain
Yeah,
it.
Ms. Kim, if
Because
you
it
want.
indicates that it would come from one area or other funds. The resolution itself. Do you have the resolution, Kim? Do you have the resolution itself?
Yes.
Okay.
Brad's here as well. So Sewage District applied to the state of Louisiana, and they received an award a little bit over the $4 million. Parish Council had committed the ARPA funds of the 1.3. So it's the 4 million plus the 1.3. I wasn't aware until he provided the documents about the city's piece of the 407, and then there's also so 74,000 is being provided for in the 22 budget for sewage district share. There's also going to be an additional, probably I think it's about 21,000 that's going to be appropriated for in fiscal 23's budget.
So it's less
So it's
than
a little bit more.
100,000 for us. Is that correct?
Less than 100,000 for sewage district.
Correct.
And
Parish.
yeah, so the city, and I mean, really, it's federal money that we got, not our own.
Yeah, I understand
Fund
that.
money.
I think in the resolution itself, it indicates that it's either gonna be dedicated through those funds, or it kinda says, or other funds, but it doesn't name anything, and I can't find it. I thought I had it in my pack, I may have taken it out to read, and I could be wrong too, oh, it might
At
be
this
on-
time, while we got a short break, let the record reflect that Lady Brown is in attendance.
This is the wrong
I
one.
may have it right here now. I was looking at the wrong. Yeah, it's right here. It says, whereas resolution number 2021-177 adopted October 27th, 2021, requested the Iberia Parish Administration to budget or commit the sum of 1.365 in American Rescue Plan Act funding or other appropriate funding sources to be used as a local match.
So that was the original commitment.
What would be the other funds?
I think that was maybe the
Sewer?
wording that that had come through the sewage district's
Correct.
request, but we're not putting. Parish government's not putting up any
I'm good.
additional. It's just the 407 coming from the city, and then about 90 something total that's going to come out of sewage district.
Kim, just stay there, just in
Okay.
case we have more. So Councilman Sonia yields back. Councilwoman Broussard on the question?
I don't know that I have a question, but, I'm just gonna say it once again, I keep saying it over and over and over again, with the hopes of, if I say it enough, maybe, the master plan will come through. I think this is a good use of our funds, I think that this is, putting up 1.3 to get a $4 million grant is good. It's good projects that they're doing, but I am still concerned that we have not developed a master plan for the use of our ARPA funds, and I'm going to keep saying it in hopes that we ultimately come up with a plan.
Okay, Councilwoman Broussard yields back. Anyone else, members on main motion discussion? Hearing none, roll call. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed?
Nay.
That motion carries. 10 in the affirmative and 2 opposed. And those 2 opposed is Councilman Broussard and Councilwoman Broussard. Moving on to ordinances introduced for public hearing and adoption. Apologize. Summary number 5200, introduced by legal counsel. Madam Clerk.
An ordinance to amend and reenact section 2-5.1 of chapter 2 of the compiled ordinances of Iberia Parish, Louisiana, relating to public comments at regular, special, or committee meetings of the Iberia Parish Council to provide with respect to public comments on non-agenda items, to provide for the effective date thereof, and otherwise provide with respect thereto. Note, this item was tabled at the August 10th Iberia Parish Council meeting.
Do I have a motion? Have a motion by Councilman Olivier, second by Councilman Michael Landry. Councilman Olivier on discussion?
Yeah, I just want to let everybody know we'll be supporting this agenda item. The public does have the opportunity to comment during committee. If that's their intention to comment directly to the council, they are welcome to do it in committee. Thank you.
Councilman Olivier yields back. Councilman Landry on discussion? Councilman Landry waives. Members, any main motion discussion? Hearing none. I'm sorry. Councilwoman Broussard on discussion.
I'm going to apologize, Andy. I have not been able to read the packet. I don't know what happened. I didn't get it till yesterday, and I was in court all day today. So I don't know if you made any amendments after our last discussion or not.
No, I hadn't, but I wasn't gonna amend it here. I was gonna amend it in another. There's another resolution that sets forth how your agendas look like. And so what we're gonna do is to add to your agendas a section called Community and Public Service Announcements to pick up the kind of issues that I think Brian was concerned about, and I think you were too, because you specifically pointed out Dean and one of y'all did, Dean and Catherine, and that's so there's going to be a section in your on your agenda where those kind of things can take place. So this is only public comments on non-agenda items. Is what it's designed to cover.
Councilwoman?
I'm done.
Councilwoman yields back. Anyone else on discussion? Councilman Napier, welcome.
I'm gonna grab the flag. You know, should I sit up? Oh, wait. Yeah. Andy, Andy, I know you did a lot of work on it, and my decision is nothing to do with this, 'cause I think this is great. But my thing has always been from the beginning we started talking about this is, I know there are occasions when you get somebody up there that can go off the charts here, but you know we for the public. I want to hear from the public. I know we giving them a chance in committee, but I'm not gonna support this only because I think the legitimate people outweigh the ones that come in and go off the wall, and we should give them a chance, even if it is non-agenda items. Limit it. The chairman can stop it at any time. We fooling with their money. They should have a chance, whether it's agenda or non-agenda, to come and speak, especially if it's with the media here, with the TV camera, in committee. A lot of times Corey's not here or Bob's not here. So only for those reasons, I'm not gonna support this, but you did a great job in putting it together, and I'm sure the council's gonna pass it, but I'm not gonna support it.
Councilman Napier yields back. Anyone else on discussion, members? Hearing none, roll call. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed?
Nay.
The item passes 10-2. In the affirmative, we have 10 and 2 opposed, Councilwoman Broussard and Councilman Napier. That motion carries. Moving on to resolutions introduced for public hearing and adoption. Summary number 139, introduced by the Fire Protection District Number 1. Madam Clerk.
A resolution amending the 2022 Fire Protection District Number 1 fund budget in the amount of $23,000 to appropriate additional funding for fuel, all to be funded from the fund balance previous years.
Do I have a motion? I have a motion by Councilman Paul Landry, second by Councilwoman Broussard. Councilman Landry. Councilwoman Broussard. Members, any main motion discussion? Hearing none, roll call. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, hearing no opposition, the ayes have it, and the motion carries unanimously. Moving on to summary number 140, introduced by Recreation and Playground Commission. Madam Clerk.
A resolution amending the 2022 Recreation and Playground Commission fund budget in the amount of $40,046 to account for various line item changes adjustments.
Do I have a motion? A motion by Councilman Olivier. Second by Councilman Michael Landry. Councilman Olivier on discussion. Councilman Landry. Any main motion discussion, members? Hearing none, roll call. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Those opposed? Hearing no opposition, the ayes have it, and the motion carries unanimously. Moving on to summary number 141, introduced by the parish president. Madam Clerk?
A resolution amending the 2022 Public Buildings Maintenance Fund budget in the amount of $7,000 for a transfer to the Recreation and Playground Commission for the purchase and installation of a transfer switch at the Willowwood facility for use as an additional emergency shelter location, all to be funded from the fund balance, previous year's line item, and further authorizing the parish president to execute a cooperative endeavor agreement between the Recreation and Playground District and Iberia Parish government for the operation and use of said facility as an additional emergency shelter location.
Do I have a motion? Have a motion by Councilman Olivier, second by Councilwoman Broussard. Councilman Olivier. Councilwoman Broussard. Any main motion discussion, members? Hearing none, I'm sorry. Legal counsel?
$7,004.
No, I think we'll be okay with the seven.
All right, I just,
Good.
I would have too, I just wanted.
Roll call, members. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Those opposed, hear no opposition, the ayes have it, and the motion carries unanimously. Summary number 142, introduced by the parish president. Madam Clerk?
A resolution approving the parish president's appointment for the position of chief administrative officer, and further approving the president's established salary of $70,000 for said position, all in accordance with section 4-01 A and B of Iberia Parish Home Rule Charter.
Do we have a motion? Have a motion by Councilman Brown. Who's this? I heard a second here. Councilman Landry? Okay, either Landry. Michael Landry. Councilman Brown, a discussion. Councilman Brown waives. Councilman Landry. Councilman Landry waives. Any main motion discussion, members? Councilwoman Broussard on the discussion.
Mr. Reshort, I know I talked to you about this already, but I just wanted to ask for the record, will our interim CAO's salary go back to what it was prior to him being appointed as interim CAO
Yes,
if this is approved?
yes.
And will there be any kind of budget adjustments coming in the future to reflect that?
Why would you need a budget adjustment if it's going down?
I mean, I thought we had to have a budget adjustment if
No,
it's
everything is
the
gonna stay the same.
percentage for anything.
No, everything's-
Within 5%.
Everything's in the budget.
So there won't be a budget adjustment, but his salary will go back to what it was
Absolutely.
pre-interim appointment.
Absolutely.
Councilwoman Broussard yields back. Anyone else on discussion, members? Hearing none. Did you want to say anything, Mr. President? Larry?
Oh, I just want to, after you guys vote, I'll say something.
Okay. Roll call vote, members. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, hear no opposition, the ayes have it, and the motion carries unanimously. The parish president on personal privilege.
First of all, where's Bo? I want to congratulate Bo for coming and joining our team. We have a very good team here at Iberia Parish. Of course, we interviewed a lot of people, and I think he's going to be a very, very good fit with what we're doing here in Iberia Parish. I look forward to working with him. The qualities that you have, seriously speaking, I think is going to work extremely well with us at Iberia Parish.
Mr. Belanger, at this time, you have the opportunity to address the mic in the council.
I want to thank the council. I want to thank President Reshort, longtime member, born and raised in Iberia Parish, volunteer in this community. IPAL.
If I can get you to just introduce your
Oh,
name.
I'm sorry. Sorry. Not familiar with the procedure yet.
It's okay.
Milton Belanger, I'll bet I will. 604 East Main Street, New Iberia 70560.
Good.
Again, looking forward to working with the council and with the president.
Members, at this time, is there any questions for Mr. Bo? Hearing none, welcome.
Thank you.
I'll need a motion to adjourn. I have a motion by Councilman Brown, second by Councilwoman Broussard. Roll call, members. Those in favor will signify by saying aye. Those opposed, hear no opposition. The ayes have it. The motion carries unanimously. We're now adjourned.